I have to do this. I absolutely adore this. My agent says, come here, Chita. And he takes me in the bedroom. Ed Padula was there, too. Of course, how can I forget? I can't forget Ed Padula. He's a great friend, and he was the producer of the show. They all come running in the room, and, you know, he says, just wait until you hear the whole thing and just don't say anything. I said, I'm sorry, Richard. I have got to do this show. I feel it in my bones. As Rosie would say, feel it in my waters. Her grandmother. Anyhow, so, thank God. You've got to follow your instincts because you just don't know. You know? So, I don't know.
You know, it's great that you told that, because when I was sitting looking through some of your material again, I said, I wonder back in 1960 what people thought of Bye Bye Birdie when they were first approached to do it, like you and Dick Van Dyke. What you thought of this with kids sitting on the phone and this whole Elvis thing and going off, you know, war and all this stuff, you know.
Elvis. I mean, I couldn't have cared less about Elvis Presley. Twisting his hips, I thought he was silly. I thought he was absolutely silly. Since then, you know, when he grew up and, you know, became this, then I really saw, some of us learn late, you know, and some of us don't learn at all. I just as soon learn late than not learn at all. But that taught me such a lesson, because I would go blindly into any room where there was Fred Ebb, John Kander, Hal Prince, you know, all these guys. My Jerry is, you know, Big Daddy is gone, you know. Graciela, she's brilliant. You know, there's so many, Cy Coleman, Jerry Herman. I mean, all these great, great, great people that I know. I go blindly with them because I know that whatever it is they do is going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
Whether it's acclaimed by the critics or not. It'll be something I'm proud of. And that's really the most important thing.
That's what's great about the show you do now, because everything you do honestly, because everything you do is created for you.
It's because I'm Catholic. And I think I'm going to be exposed any minute. God's going to go, what? That's a lie. You know, I don't believe in, I don't want to have to clean up, Richie. I'd rather tell the truth, be myself. I don't want to have to explain something that that I lied about or I wasn't, you know, I wasn't honest about. I can say to you, well, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. That's the way I honestly felt, and I apologize if an apology is necessary.
Sure.
You know, but this is the only person I know, and I don't know this half the time. Wake up in the morning, look at me and go, ah, what was that?
Oh, I don't think so. You know, talking about the honesty of the show and all, I want to go back to 1986 for a minute, because you touch on that in your show. I mean, you were on Broadway doing Jerry's Girls. And I don't know if a lot of people know, you had a terrible car accident during that time period.
Right.
And you were quoted during that time period as saying that, were you very vulnerable during that time period? Because it took you, how did you feel when the doctors told you you would probably never dance again?
Okay. The doctors never said you will probably never dance again. He said it's up to you.
Okay.
That's what my doctor said. Dr. John Carmody, absolutely wonderful. And the thing that scared me, because I never went to that place. I never went to granted, I was obviously in shock for a while, but I never went to that bad place until I was wheeled into for x-rays. And this girl was, I'll never forget her face, beautiful, beautiful girl. And she said, hi there, well, what are you doing here? And she was just as friendly as she could be. And I said, and I'm just, you know, like, oh, you know, I just had a little accident. And she said, oh, that looks pretty good there. And then she goes off and she does the thing, and then she takes the x-rays and she comes out and she says to me, smile, God, you really did a good job on yourself. And that's when I went, oh, can I say shit? I said, oh, shit. And that's when I just swirled around in my own universe. it was right in my head. If I were to draw a picture of what I did, I was running around my own head trying to find solutions. My brain started to work right away on how, okay, turn it. Now turn that page, we got to fix this. We got to fix it. So I think all of that, I give credit to all of my training. All of my training. I didn't know anything else to do. I give it to myself, but I give it, and to God, but I give it to my teachers who didn't let me, when I twisted my ankle or when I said I couldn't do this, or you don't say you can't do it, but when they're hard, and they have to be hard because they have to make you hard enough to be able to fix something later on that you have to fix. I couldn't have done it without that. Could never have done it. So that was the beginning, and I never thought, and all the time I was walking up and down that hallway with Dr. Carmody, letting him see how much I had and how well I was working. It was like doing it for my father. It was like doing it for my teacher. It was like, and it was somebody to work for outside of myself, you know, and it worked. I don't tell anybody how much I've got.
Yeah.
I just wear my heels.
Sure.
Put my lipstick on, out I go. And I'm still enjoying it. It's still paying me. It's still forming me. Because I think we are what we do.
Yeah. And
the friends that we have. And how we love and how we hate or whatever it is that we do. We are. I think we are. I always have this picture. I've probably told you this before. Did I tell you this huge picture? I think we get a canvas, you know, when we're first born, and we have this little figure, maybe. I never said that before, stick figure. And then all of a sudden, all these colors come on as your life goes, you know. These colors. And when your life here is finished, you know, you have this beautiful or this horrible, whatever, picture of colors, and it's who you've met and, you know, who you've loved, and it's your life. And we are part of each other. And you are a big piece in my painting. You know what I mean? It's good stuff, I think.
Well, your canvas is all bright colors, that I can tell you.
I sure hope so. I sure hope I don't go out going, no!
Never going to happen. Well, first of all, I thank you for sharing today, for being a part of this. You know, it was nice to come down to Atlantic City and sit with you again.
Yeah.
I know you're looking forward to coming to New York, and we can't wait to see you there.
Richie, you know I love you to death.
I love you, too. Thanks so much.
Okay, give me a kiss.
Great.
I'm gonna raise the roof. I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone. Give me an overtone before the